We caught more at this location than any other location here in Winnemucca.
There was something standing right here next to her.
We've had some people here at night where they've actually come out of their office because they heard some ticking noises, and they've actually seen a shadow in the dark.
I'm a little uneasy with some of these areas now.
The original county seat of Humboldt County was Unionville. However, with the arrival of the railroad, Winnemucca saw an increase of commerce and population. Ultimately, Winnemucca became the county seat in 1873, and plans to construct a courthouse were quickly enacted. The first courthouse was completed in 1874, but eventually met its demise by a fire in 1918. A new courthouse was designed and was completed in 1921 and was constructed on top of the 1874 foundation. This 1921 structure is still utilized as the Humboldt County Courthouse today.
The Humboldt County Courthouse. This is the last place in town I thought would agree to let me do a ghost hunt. This came as a surprise to me. I never thought I'd have the opportunity to do this.
The Humboldt County Courthouse hauntings are said to go all the way back to 1873, when some claim old Chief Winnemucca cursed the ground as construction began. In 1875, the local newspaper reported that one of the prisoners was a spiritual medium with the power to move objects. The paper went on to explain that a table was lifted and was smashed into a wall with such great force that it broke a leg of a non-believer who was sitting on top of it. During the 1880s, the courthouse yard was used for executions. Prisoners who were sentenced to death were kept in their courthouse jail cells until their fateful date arrived. These doomed souls would have been able to watch the scaffolding being erected for their hangings. These hangings were mostly public affairs, but death wasn't always to come quick. Some would air dance, as the newspapers called it, for over 12 minutes. The last execution to take place in the courthouse yard was in 1886. Today, there are reports of a ghostly little girl appearing in the hallways, doors opening and closing on their own, reports of being touched, as well as moving objects. And overall, a heavy feeling is described by people who visit the courtroom.
Alright, so I'm here at the Humboldt County Courthouse with Rebecca and Adrian. Rebecca, have you experienced anything here in the courthouse?
You know, I haven't been here late at night to actually experience anything, but I keep hearing a little bit of stories. So,
what are some of the stories that you hear?
A couple of them are, we've had some people here at night where they've actually come out of their office because they heard some ticking noises, and they've actually seen a shadow in the dark. So it's I don't know if I've never seen it, but that's the story I've heard, and that's a couple of stories that everybody's told me. So
Have you experienced anything down in the basement?
I haven't, not yet anyway.
What about you, Mr. Adrian? Have you experienced anything here? I have not. So this is going to be an experience for all of us, pretty much.
Yeah.
All right. You guys are obviously aware that this used to be a jail, and they used to have executions in that back parking lot.
Yeah.
So you think some of the energy from that parking lot is going to be with us tonight? Very possible.
It's a possibility.
All right.
Big possibility.
I really appreciate you guys taking the time to be here tonight. Let's see what we can find.
All right.
Wow, this is awesome.
This is definitely creepy.
Oh yeah, this is definitely creepy.
During this time, we were given our very first official tour of the courthouse and places we were allowed to ghost hunt. This also gave us a really good idea on where we could set up our equipment.
So we're gonna leave that door open. You can come in here. All the doors are locked. The only one I think I can give you access to. No,
that's fine.
Man.
So you got tables there. Don't trip. This. You got this long corridor here. Okay. Here.
Already you could feel the energy inside the courthouse. Immediately we knew it was gonna be a great night. We're gonna go ahead and get some LED light ghost balls set up. I'm gonna give you guys some millimeters. We're gonna put our EVP recorders in places, and I'm also gonna show you guys how an XLS camera works. For the very first part of our ghost hunt, we immediately began with an SB7T spirit box session. Is there anybody down here that would like to talk to us? Right at this moment, it sounded like something was trying to come through our spirit box, but we couldn't make it out. During the remaining half hour of our spirit box session, nothing else came through. During this next part, we decided that it would be a good idea to set up a camera rolling down one of the main hallways while we were getting ready to do an XLS sweep. When we catch something phenomenal, we were not aware that we had caught this. Look closely as you could see a shadow figure at the end of the hallway and then hear a loud clap shortly after. Could this be the mysterious shadow man that Rebecca has told us the staff has seen frequently throughout the basement?
It's seen like a shadow in the dark.
Unaware of the shadow we had just captured, we decided to go find out what this noise was. We couldn't find any explanation for the noise or where it came from. And later, upon review of our second EVP recorder down at the end of the hallway in one of the offices, we are unaware that our recorder actually captured this noise along with our very first EVP of the night. You could faintly hear something in the background, but I cannot make out what it is trying to say. After not being able to find the source of this noise, we set up a camera rolling in what we were calling the concrete room, just to see if we could get any evidence while we did an XLS camera sweep. Some of the other places here in the courthouse, I'm going to leave this phone recording, we're going to leave these here. Again, if anything comes in contact with this is going to go off. So if there's anybody down here, I know you've already made your presence known. If you don't want us around, now's your chance to mess with this stuff. Have fun.
That was off.
That was off, I know, I saw that. Right at this moment, you can see my motion activated LED light ghost ball flashing as I'm explaining how my REM pod works. Then it turns off. If you look closely, you can see an anomaly shoot down on top of the LED light ghost ball, triggering it to go off. This was not a dust particle, as a dust particle cannot be seen with the naked eye and does not have the power to trigger emotion-activated paranormal equipment. And this particular anomaly has a steady path and gradually increased speed straight into the ghost ball, triggering a reaction, and Zebeth says he had seen the anomaly shoot into the ghost ball. While we left our camera to record, we adventured into the courthouse garage with our XLS to see if we could capture any stick figures or any other activity that may be residing in the area.
Right there.
Just stay right there.
No, it disappeared. There was something standing right here next to her.
Might have been him.
Can you stand? No, he was over there. It mapped both of them. Can you stand right next to her? See?
That was red.
There's both of them. There's both of them right now. Can you go stand next to her again?
Your friend.
Can you stand next to her again?
Your office buddy.
Right.
You're her office buddy. You wanna stand next to her? Look, it's doing it again. It's over here.
Oh yeah.
You wanna stand next to her? Come on, get right next to her.
What was that?
Those are orbs, dude.
If you look closely, you can see an orb or an anomaly shoot in front of the XLS.
See? Move that chair right behind her and have a seat next to her. She welcomes it. Can you tell me what your name is? Right now what she's doing, she's mapping her. Oh, what is that?
If you look closely, you can see an anomaly shoot across my arm.
What the hell is this thing doing?
There is absolutely no other explanation for this. After catching nothing else in the courthouse garage, we took a minute to sit down when we heard our REM pod go off in the room where we had set our camera up to record. We immediately jump and run to the concrete room to see our REM pod going off, detecting a temperature difference.
Yes! You here with me right now?
Oh my goodness.
You touch this for me? Oh, dude, it is cold over here.
Our REM pod started to detect a temperature difference, so we set up some trigger objects in hopes they would fall over while we did another XLS camera sweep to see if we could catch any more stick figures.
Let's see if we can find some, huh? You back here with us?
I don't know if that was a dust ball or what that was. If you look closely, you could see an anomaly shoot out from this long corridor. Unfortunately, this was the only activity that we caught from the XLS camera. While we were operating our XLS camera, we are unaware that our camera actually captured two anomalies in the concrete room. Look very closely. You can clearly see 2 flickering anomalies come out of the back of the hallway shooting down in front of our REM pod. And later, 3 more anomalies make their appearance as well. This was an absolute amazing capture. After not catching anything else with the XLS, unaware of our capture in the concrete room, we decided to focus in this room means this is where the most activity is said to be.
Can you knock something over in here?
It's kinda hard to tell, but right around this time, we had one of our EVP recorders recording by one of the pillars in this room. I was unaware that we actually caught our second EVP of the night only because I didn't review it until later on. Listen very closely.
Can you knock something over in here?
I was completely blown away when I listened to this. Was this the spirit of a former courthouse official telling me that we weren't supposed to be at the courthouse? With capturing no other activity, we decided to do one last final SB7 spirit box walkthrough before we decided to call it a night.
Are you still residing down here? Say something to me. What's your name? Hello.
It's over there.
You down here? Do you not want us down here with you? Why not?
Some of these responses I couldn't make out, but we immediately began our third and final SB7 spirit box session.
You still down here? The jail cells used to be right here. Are you still down here? You still reside here? Are you still here? Am I getting closer? You just fucking told me to run.
Listen very closely as you could clearly hear "run" come through the SB7 spirit box.
You just fucking told me to run. How many years did you spend down here? Are you back here? You got anything? You got anything you'd like to say before we leave? All right, we're not coming back down here. Alrighty, I'll see you guys later. Yes, hello. See, that's how you know if it's plain as fucking day like that. Are you up here? What the hell?
These were some amazing responses from our SB7 spirit box.
After tonight's ghost hunt, everything we captured, what do you have to say now after everything you witnessed in our ghost hunt tonight?
I'm a little uneasy with some of these areas now.
That was pretty crazy. It almost makes me like even more of a believer. Like my mom has told me stories, but that was an experience in itself. So
Alrighty, well, I really appreciate this. This is a dream come true for me. Thank you guys.
you're welcome.